3 reasons why your dopamine system is broken and how you can fix it. Your dopamine system is a system in your body that is responsible for motivation. It's that feeling good sensation that you get whenever you do something. You use these social tools like YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. All these tools rely on your dopamine system. In fact, anything you do in life relies on your dopamine system. Are you going out for a walk? Are you eating food? Are you watching Netflix all night? Whatever you do is primarily driven by your dopamine system. There's 3 signs that your dopamine system may be broken. You may be finding yourself, whenever you open a video, you scroll down to the comments immediately. You can't focus on one thing. You might even not be able to watch this video fully. Like, these are signs that your dopamine system is broken and it needs healing. We'll talk about 3 reasons why it's broken. Number 1 is no solo focus. You can't focus on one thing. You always have multiple sensory inputs coming in. So like, for example, watching this video, I want you guys, even the camera is shaking, but I want you guys to just focus on me. Make this video full screen. Don't look at the comments. Don't look at like the watch next section or whatever. Just focus on one thing. You've probably noticed, and I'm guilty of this as well, is a lot of times whenever you open, say like you watch a YouTube video, immediately you'll scroll down to the comments. You want those quick dopamine hits when you read a funny comment or you read like something controversial or something. So that's number 1. The number 1 sign is you can't focus on one single thing. The second thing is time flies. One interesting thing about dopamine is whenever your brain is in a state where it's going up and down between dopamine levels, your experience of time gets, like reverse of dilation. Like it loses its sense of time. So you basically lose control or lose sense of how fast time is going by. You'll notice that whenever, say like, I don't know, you pick up your phone, you automatically like open Instagram or TikTok, you start scrolling and time just flies by. And this also happens to me as well, is you have a goal, like you wake up in the morning, you have a goal that you want to achieve this by today. And then suddenly, like it's the end of the night, like the whole day just went by and you don't know what happened. This is the second most important sign on why your dopamine system is broken, and how you can fix it. Number 3 is emotional reaction. Is once you get in this weird unbalance, once your dopamine system is unbalanced, you get into this cycle of being emotionally reactive. You easily get angry, you get cranky, you get grumpy. When someone's sharing some good news, you don't get excited that much. All of these are signs that your dopamine system is broken. Now, in order to understand how we can fix it, we first need to understand how your brain actually works, how the system actually works. And for that, I have this beautiful drawing. I know you guys love my drawings. Now, imagine this is your brain. Your brain works as a seesaw, or at least the dopamine system part of your brain works as a seesaw. On one side, you have someone called pain sitting. The other side is pleasure. Whenever these two are in harmony, they're co-linked with each other on the seesaw. Whenever you do something pleasureful, so like for example here, the pleasure seesaw goes up and then the pain comes down. So you're in a state of pleasure. Like that's the thing that's high right now. And then pain is down. So whenever you're, whenever you're eating food, whenever you're in the gym working out, whenever you're doing something that's pleasureful, you won't feel any pain there because that's the pain, the pleasure part taking over. But one interesting thing that happens is, coming back to this diagram, your brain needs to come back to we call the state, I think it's called like homeostasis or something. I'm not sure. You guys can correct me in the comments. But basically, your brain needs to come back to a balance. And what happens when it's in this state, right here, where you have pleasure going up, as soon as you leave that pleasureful activity, the same amount of time it took you to go that high, it'll take you to come back down. But then it won't just go down, it will actually swing the other way. So this pain side will go up when the pleasure comes down. So like this will be opposite as soon as you leave a pleasureful activity. And the same is true for pain as well. Whenever you do something painful, you feel pain, but then afterwards, your dopamine system releases, like you get that pleasure feeling. The reason this happens, and you might have noticed this in your life as well, whenever you've wasted time on social media, for example, like doing a TikTok session or like watching YouTube shorts, for instance, you always feel regret. You always feel bad afterwards. That's the pain side kicking in after that pleasureful activity. And how you can fix it? Well, there's main 2 solutions here. Number 1 is introducing blockers. Now, these are a bit complicated and you need to be really careful with how you use this because you don't want to use more technology to limit your technology. And this doesn't apply to just technology. Like having dopamine hacking activities, like, I don't know, you vape maybe, or I don't know, some stuff like that. But mainly, majority of the stuff where you have a broken loop is induced by social media, is induced by digital technology. The first thing you can do is blockers. What this means is try to actively, consciously seek out time. Write down, like, okay, what times of the day do I use social media the most, or just technology at large, like when you're wasting time, especially. What times do I do that? Okay, I do it as soon as I wake up or after I come back from school. So try to implement some bloggers. That would be like install like a app time limiter on your phone, or when you sleep at night, make sure your phone is in the other room. So when you wake up, the first thing is not your phone that you look into. So all sorts of stuff. But the first thing you need to do is implement some type of blockers. So you guys can probably brainstorm. I mean, all this stuff really, when we think about like dopamine systems, breaking our bad habits and stuff, like you guys know what to do. Like I know what to do. Everyone knows what to do deep in their hearts, but everyone's just lazy. They just can't get past that initial struggle. So, which is what brings me to the second part on how you can do it, is seek pain. The same reason why you feel pain after something pleasurable, so like this diagram here, is the opposite is true as well. So you'll always feel pleasure after doing something painful. Perhaps not to the extent of the pain, but definitely the seesaw will swing towards the pleasure side. So what you can do, two things. Try to do hard stuff. Join gym, go out for a walk, do a run, something that's hard, that's physically demanding on your system. Take cold showers, which is an incredible something that I do. Whenever you get in this foggy, like brain fog type of state, always take a cold shower. You can always rely on that. Try to be as cold as possible, so it's extremely difficult, extremely painful, and you'll feel good afterwards. I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you guys next time.